Bitcoin will be moving big today. Why? Is because Bitcoin is coming towards the end of this consolidation phase, and also today is the day where the FOMC meeting will happen and the Federal Reserve funds rate will be getting announced, and this will be extremely volatile for the market. So make sure to watch this video till the end, because I will be going over the most important charts, the most important resistance / support levels, my trades, and much more important stuff. So don't forget to slap up that like button on today's update video. Can we once again smash it back above 700? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And actually, if I am looking at the imminent short term for Bitcoin, yesterday I was looking at somewhat of a symmetrical triangle. However, right now I can clearly identify that this level right here, the top side, the 28.6k, is the level to break for Bitcoin. Why? Is because first of all, if I am looking at the 3-day time frame, the 28.6k has been acting as the previous big level of support in the May crash, in the January 2021 crash, and also in the Luna crash. This was the level that provided support. And like you can currently see, the 28.6k is exactly the level where we're currently having struggles on. And if you're actually looking at the 1 hour time frame, this is also exactly the level where we're seeing these rejections from. So once we confirm the breakout above this level, it's going to be considered very bullish for Bitcoin. And the price target, if we confirm the break above this level, is going to be around $30,000. What is an approximately 5% move towards the upside. However, still looking at the upward sloping support line. If we break this trend here towards the upside and we break down of it, my targets are going to be somewhere around 26.5 to 26.8 thousand US dollars, depending on the point of the breakdown. But currently, basically what I'm looking at is this consolidation phase right here. It's an ascending triangle. To be very clear, ascending triangles are bullish bias continuation patterns. To be very clear, ascending triangles are continuation patterns. So if you create an ascending triangle from a downtrend for Bitcoin, so you create a downtrend and you create an ascending triangle, it's a bearish bias pattern. If you create an uptrend and then you create that ascending triangle, it's a bullish bias pattern. So in this case, it's a bullish bias pattern. The odds of this pattern breaking towards the upside, according to history, is approximately 70%. So there's a very big likelihood that we actually are going to be moving up for Bitcoin from this point. But of course, what will matter is where the Federal Reserve, but what will matter the most is of course the Fed funds rate. We are currently expecting it's going to be 25 basis point, and make sure to subscribe to the channel right now, smash up the bell notification, because tonight I will be live streaming this event and I can guarantee you it's going to be extremely volatile. We are expecting it's going to be 25 basis point, and if it's going to be 0, we're probably going to pump significantly. It's going to be 25. I expect a small little movement towards the downside, but what is going to be mattering the most is actually the tone of Jerome Powell, because of course banks are failing right now, and if Jerome Powell is going to speak some dovish words, we could significantly pump on the meeting. So make sure that you're going to be there tonight. Tonight is going to be extremely volatile for Bitcoin. I can guarantee you that, and it's going to be very important to pay attention towards the FOMC meeting tonight. So I will be discussing this here. I will be talking about and giving you a live reaction about whether it's good or bearish for the markets, and I will be potentially also open up some trades on them, because talking about trades, I am currently not looking to trade Bitcoin, but I'm looking to trade Ethereum. Why? Is because currently we can see the Bitcoin dominance is actually running in towards a significant resistance, and every single time it happens so far in the last 1.5 years, basically 2 years already, we've basically seen Bitcoin dominance move down, and what moved up always, it was Ethereum. And currently Ethereum is also breaking out of this symmetrical triangle, and actually I am longing Ethereum up towards the target of 22 to 2100 US dollars. That's a significant movement towards the upside, and I personally really expect that Ethereum could take some very good momentum towards the upside after it's clearly been breaking out of this significant downward sloping trend right here. And also with the Arbitrum airdrop, I think that Ethereum is going to definitely benefit from it tomorrow significantly. So I'm quite bullish on Ethereum right now here for the coming 48 hours. So let's see where it's going to come in at. However, for Bitcoin, purely looking at the market structure, I don't think it's good, but I still think that Bitcoin can actually pump later today. Why? Is purely due to the tone of Jerome Powell, because I think he has to be dovish. Banks are literally failing, so he doesn't really have a choice to be a little bit more dovish. So I think the market is probably going to react pretty positively towards it tonight on the FOMC meeting, not necessarily on the interest rate hike decision, but on the FOMC meeting, I think the market is going to be reacting pretty positively towards it. However, on the 4 hourly time frame, looking at the market structure, it's not looking good. It's looking quite bearish. It's creating a rounding top structure. What is a typical typical bearish bias structure, of course, right? You're creating less exponential highs, you're creating less exponential higher lows, and that is, of course, a signal of a top formation. Looking then at the 4 hourly time frame in general and the RSI, we are also creating bearish divergences, what is definitely not a good thing for Bitcoin, and that is definitely also an indication that there is a slight momentum loss, what is, of course, important to pay attention towards right now. Then looking at the daily time frame, we're also literally running in towards the most important resistance range we've been talking about for quite a while. We moved through the low volume range quite quickly, but now we're approaching that very important previous level of big support that probably is going to be acting as resistance. And basically what I'm looking at is that 28.6k on the 1 hour time frame and on the 2-day time frame, right? So if we confirm the break above 28.6k, I'm going to be very bullish because then we're actually breaking back in towards this range right here on the top side. So sorry, if we break above 28.6k, we're breaking back in towards this range. This is, we can call the bear market, and this what we can call is the bull market range. So we're basically breaking officially out of the bear market range, and if that happens, it's going to be very good for Bitcoin. It's going to be very bullish for Bitcoin because that's basically telling us that we're leaving behind the stage where we're currently in, and probably we're going to see more positivity in the market. So what I'm expecting is maybe some, if we do break above it, some consolidation slightly right here for an approximately 6 to 12 months here. Then we get the next Bitcoin halving, and then we see the next cycle happen for Bitcoin. That's basically my forecast. But first, we need to be breaking above this level right here. If we do so, it's going to be considered extremely bullish for Bitcoin. So talking about my trades, I'm currently long on Ethereum. I am really expecting the Ethereum is going to be performing very good. I do think that I can get a better entry, and that is why I'm also waiting tonight. I do think I can get some more better entries, and that's why I also will be trading this live tonight on the channel, on the live stream, on the FOMC meeting. So make sure to jump in towards the stream tonight, subscribe to the channel, smash up the bell notification, and be there tonight because it's going to be very important to be watching. The weekly time frame still breaking out of the inverse head and shoulders. So on the bigger picture, everything is looking very strong for Bitcoin in general. And if I'm looking at the current ongoing trend in the bigger picture, we do know they're hiking the interest rates and they're saying they're doing quantitative tightening, but in fact they're doing quantitative easing because the Federal Reserve is printing money. And that is the fact that I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin, because as long as the Federal Reserve is printing money, it will have a positive effect for Bitcoin. And you can see what happened as soon as they started to print money again. Bitcoin rallied significantly. And to be very clear, in the coming 12 months, $2 trillion will be printed and added towards the Federal Reserve balance sheet. So I am not expecting that Bitcoin is actually going to stop anytime soon. And that is why I'm very bullish on the longer horizon for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not a short-term investment. Crypto in general is not a short-term investment, but if you've got the long-term time horizon, I am very convinced that everyone can win with crypto. So that was it for me on today's update video. Tonight will be very important. The FOMC meeting, make sure that you're going to be there. So thank you so much for watching. Slap up that like button, and I'll see you guys tonight. Peace out. Goodbye.